This video is going to be for problems 6 and 7 on your unit review for the Unit 2 test. So first of all, this problem should have been an E right here. You maybe figured that out. It's a cube that is 8 centimeters long on each side. And this is a pretty common IB question. They're going to ask about the longest rod or the longest distance that will fit across the bottom and the longest distance that will fit inside the carton. So if you have to think about a box, like the longest inside the carton would be going from one corner to the opposite corner. That's the longest, and then it would be laying on its side. It couldn't go any lower. So it's just a Pythagorean question. It's a 3D question. So in the bottom of the carton, if these are both 8, then the distance from E to G, they actually even tell you it's that distance. So that would be 8 squared plus 8 squared equals EG squared. So square root of 128. You want to change that to 11.3, you can. I would keep it as square root of 128 for the next question. Find the length of the longest rod that would fit inside the carton. So now we're talking about this distance here. So I'm going to do Pythagorean theorem again because there's another right triangle. So I know this side is 8. I just found the bottom, which is why I would suggest leaving it as a radical. And this CE or whatever you want to call that side. So 64 plus 128 equals C squared. You end up getting square root of 192, which is 13.9. So fairly common IB question. Just want to show you that so you see it. Number 7, this was not an IB question. This was a question that we made up just to get you thinking about some different concepts going together. So what happens here is you start off with a 20 by 14, you end up with a 17 by 11. And so if you had 20 and now you're at 17, that means you cut off 1.5 inches at each corner. So the old measurement was 20, and now it's 17. That means there's 1.5 at each corner. And so this problem is basically getting you to think about Pythagorean theorem and just giving your lengths in a different way. And so if each of these was a 1.5, then that hypotenuse there is 1.5 squared plus 1.5 squared. So 2.25 plus 2.25, and then take the square root. 2.12. So when the question asks you for the perimeter of the frame, you have 2 17s, you have 2 11s, and then you have 4 of the diagonals, the corner pieces, and that would be the perimeter. I'm not going to do the actual answer, or I guess I am in a little bit here. So it says Mr. Du Bois rounded his answer is 64. What's his percent error from the rounding? So let me calculate that value. So our answer was 64.48, and he rounded to 64. So we always divide by the actual to find the difference there. You get 0.007444. So it says, what's his percent error from the rounding? We move the decimal over 2 places. That'd be 0.744%. Unless it said round in a different number of sig figs.